Calypso is the poor man's newspaper. These words were spoken by a famous Calypsonian called Mighty Sparrow. Imagine being stripped of your language, heritage, freedom. This was the experience of many African slaves in Trinidad, but they found a way to resist through the rhythm and rhyme of song. I chose this topic because both my parents are from Trinidad, so and I've grown up listening to calypso, but I never really um like did a deep search about it, so I chose to pick this topic. As I feel like as college students, we live in a world where music can influence identity and culture, and also be a representation of movement that needs to happen. Calypso began as a form of resilience and storytelling amongst enslaved Africans in Trinidad and Tobago, and it evolved into a dynamic genre that continues to reflect the political, cultural, and social realities of the Caribbean today. First, let's explore how calypso began during the colonial rule of Trinidad. It originated as oral traditions who used rhythmic chants to communicate, preserve their culture, and resist oppression because they were forbidden to communicate, like talk in their own languages, and they would. So, a Anissa Beach from the University of the West Indies in 2015 notes that the origins of calypso in Trinidad are traced closely back to the experience of the West African slaves, who used rhythmic structures and storytelling to preserve culture and resist oppression. Chantwells, often women, led the songs through with their clever storytelling, acting like historians of their to preserve their memory and resist authority. Next, we can talk about how calypso developed into a powerful voice for the people. As it developed, it became a social and political commentary through their satire, clever lyrics, and public storytelling. They used songs to challenge colonial rules, speak up against inequality, and to critique public figures. A study by David Hinds in 2010 highlights calypso as vehicles for political commentary as agents of resilience, affirmation, and nation. Artists like Lord Kitchener and Mighty Sparrow, who we quoted earlier, became popular for their witty yet impactful messages in songs like Rum and Coca-Cola and Gene and Diana. Became popular because it addressed local struggle and American influence. Finally, we can look at how it has grown into a global genre. Over time, it evolved globally to be a globally and recognized genre that shaped the Caribbean. Megan Sylvester from the University of the West Indies states that calypso transcended Caribbean shores, influencing global music and media. It gave birth to calypso and resonated in literature, theater, and political identity. It continues to play a role in culture and competitions like Calypso Monarch. Finally, we can see how it all ties together from the the experience of the enslaved Africans to becoming a globally recognized genre that's very impactful, and it influences music identity across the Caribbean and beyond. And Calypso's origin story, shows us how music can empower, preserve, and transform, proving that voices of the oppressed can still be heard loud and clear today.